Hi there. In this video, we're going to talk about physical health, which is one of the main principles within the U element. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, physical health, yeah, we get it. It's totally obvious, right? We need to, exercise and whatever else. But we really want to construct, why physical health is so important and what physical health is. For one, it is your nutrition, right?
Hydration,
Hydration,
movement.
movement, right? Whatever that is for you. And so one of the things we do want to talk about in this video too is our own journey with physical health and the whys we came up with, especially with regard to that, so that hopefully it resonates with you.
Right, because when we think about just the general why behind physical health, we think about being able to have longevity, right? Being able to have energy, positive moods, like all of these things are, it's proven science, right? It's if you take care of yourself, you feel better. If you move your body, your heart lasts longer, right? All of these things that we all know. But why does this matter for our marriage? Um, and sharing our stories, I think, is a really great way to help understand that, help to explain it. And I recently had a health scare that came from having too much stress. And so, stress is, they say, a silent killer. And so it started to affect some organs in my body, including my heart and my lungs. And I had horrible energy. I had to sleep extra. I had to lay in bed a lot. How do you think that affected my marriage?
Yeah.
Right? Our date nights didn't feel the same. Hey, do you want to hang out in bed with me? Like, and it was self-induced. I let a stressful situation spiral and let it continue to affect me and cause anxiety and things like that. Right. And so, you know, um, me having a consistent plan and healthier habits around stress, moving my body, and things like that really shifted that. And it shifted it, and it's been going really well ever since. But I had to put those habits in place, and I had to be really intentional on my health to be able to get my life back, to be able to, put into our marriage again.
And I love what you said about why physical health is great for your marriage. Because a lot of the time, even though this is the U element, what's
Mm-hmm.
important about the U element is that it becomes the foundation, like we've mentioned, for the rest of the elements to be nurtured: partners, friends, and lovers, right? So when I think back on my physical health journey, I think about when I, back in my 20s, when I was working out, lifting weights. It was all about looking big and muscular, to attract the ladies,
He did
you
look
know.
really good though.
But it evolves over time. And I've
Yeah.
recognized now that my physical health journey is more about my marriage and my relationship with my children. And when we were separated and considering divorce, man, I really wasn't taking care of my physical health. And
You
one of
weren't.
the things that impacted the most, Brandy talked about, mood and energy and stress management, but my confidence. So my confidence was severely lacking. So one of the things I did was, I embarked on this physical health journey where I tried something new, right? I went into CrossFit, and I don't do CrossFit anymore, but CrossFit at the time was incredibly pivotal in me regaining my physical health again,
And
can,
confidence.
and confidence, right? Reducing stress, creating a better mood for me to grow into something. And it
Mm-hmm.
was just a beautiful thing. And so one of the things you guys are also going to do in the workbook is sort of assess where you are. The beauty of all this checking in, knowing where you are with your nutrition, with your hydration, with your movement and whatever it is that it can evolve over time. I consistently check in with my physical health.
Mm-hmm.
These days, sometimes I do homework, body work, workouts in the garage to running on the trails. And it's sometimes I'm doing more of one versus the other, and that's okay. Right?
Right. But the important thing that to note here is that this check-in process that you will see us talk about, I mean, if you've had other courses of us or you've done coaching through us or you're, further into the course, you'll see we're going to talk about this a lot, because here's why. If I were to check in with my physical health right now, it's not something that I need to give a lot of attention to, because I have consistent habits. I consistently eat healthy. I consistently hydrate. I consistently move my body. I consistently manage my stress. I meditate, right? So these things are in momentum. I don't have a low rating right now in my physical health. Therefore, I don't need to give it extra attention. I just need to maintain what I have going on right now. And that may be the case for you. You may look at this and say, I'm an 8 or a 10 in my physical health right now. This isn't an area for you to dive into. Move on to the next module, move on to the next area.
Yeah, and if you are feeling though as your physical health is at a low right now,
Mm,
we'd also encourage you to start with one thing.
yeah.
You know, sometimes I think a lot of people are like, oh, my physical health is so terrible right now. I need to be able to run a marathon tomorrow. And they engage in like a dozen different activities. And what we would totally encourage you to do is add one little thing. We're
Yes.
firm believers in like atomic habits,
Micro
small
habits.
micro habits, small things, and then build on that. So, I've heard of some people, even like if they decide they want to go to the gym and work out, their
Mm.
first steps are really just getting to the parking lot, right? It's sort of like, I got to the parking lot, I got to the gym. But anyhow, just do small things, or even say, I'm going to drink, a gallon of water for the next week, and then maybe add some more movement or whatever else. So just
Right. Or I'm going to switch. I'm going to take some unhealthy food out of my diet.
right.
Right. Something. But what's important is that you make sure that you start to make deposits into the direction that you want to go, so that you're not stuck in this loop, this stagnant loop. You want to start to gain momentum
Yep.
and have grace for yourself, and realize that transformation is not going to happen overnight. You're not going to, it's a weight thing. You're not going to lose 50 pounds in a week. But you could lose 50 pounds over a year, right? With the right deposits. And as you start to continue to do the positive things for yourself and for your body, you're going to feel better quickly. That piece of feeling more confident and being proud of yourself and starting to increase your energy and your moods, just getting those positive hormones moving is an important piece.
Yep. And keep checking in, because you
Yes.
building your physical health is going to contribute to you building a better you.
Yes.